everyone, welcome back. So, NCIS Season 23, Episode 14 Breakdown, Vance Loss, Goat Chaos, and Dark Twist. NCIS Season 23, Episode 14 hits differently. Yes, there's a case, yes, there's chaos. This is Fleet Week after all, but the real weight of this episode comes from one thing, the loss of Leon Vance. You can feel it in every scene, even when the episode starts off in classic NCIS fashion, with drunken sailors, a messy situation, and a murder. It never lets you forget that something is missing, and that emotional undercurrent it changes everything. Let's start with the case of the week. At first, it feels like a return to basics. A petty officer is murdered, suspect starts piling up, and we get all the usual red herrings. There's the PR guy, the best friend, multiple sorority connections. Honestly, this episode does a great job keeping you guessing. But if you have watched some enough crime dramas, you have probably saw it coming. The sorority girl being behind it all. Still, the how is what makes this case interesting, because this wasn't just a random crime. It involved nanotechnology and a toxin hidden in tattooing. Yeah, that escalated quickly. What started as a grounded investigation suddenly taps into something much more dangerous. The idea that advanced tech in the wrong hands can be weaponized in ways no one expects, and that what's make it unsettling, because it doesn't feel like sci-fi, it feels possible. The only thing missing a stronger motive. The episode never fully explained why she was doing all this, testing nanotech and selling it on the dark web. We are left to assume it's about money, but it does feel a bit underdeveloped. Now we have to talk about the goats, because somehow this episode manages to balance grief, murder, and runaway goats. And it works. Mackie putting out a bolo for guests is exactly the kind of absurd humor NCIS thrives on. It adds levity without feeling forced, and by the end, that running joke actually gets a satisfying payoff. It's chaotic, it's random, and it's very fleeting. But underneath all of this, the emotional core of the episode is grief, and each character handles it differently. Casey's moment is one of the most powerful. She breaks down over a machine not working. The last one Vance approved for her lab, and it's not really about the machine, it's about what it represents. Losing that final piece of the legacy feels like losing him all over again. It's raw, it's human, and it fits her character perfectly. Then there's the rest of the team, Taurus, Mackie, Knight, and Palmer. They are pushing forward. They have experienced loss before, and while this one hits hard, they know how to keep going. But you can still sense it, the guilt, the pride, the quiet pain they are not fully expressing, because Vance didn't just die, he died in the line of duty. And in a strange way, that's something they all understand and maybe even expect for themselves. But the one who's struggling the most, Parker, and honestly, his grief is heartbreaking, because it's not just about losing Vance, it's about everything left unsaid. The tension they had, the time they lost being at odds with each other. That kind of grief hits differently. It comes with regret, and this is where the episode does something really smart. The case itself, especially the story involving the dead sailor's best friend, mirror Parker's journey. Through that, Parker realizes something important. When someone you love is gone, you keep them alive through stories, through memories, and that realization leads directly into the final tribute scene. That ending, simple, quiet, and powerful. The team gathered around Van's desk, remembering him. No big speeches, no over the top drama, just respect, and it lands perfectly. But this is just the beginning, because while the team is grieving, the agency has to move on. There's already talks of interim directors and possibly several of them, which means instability, power struggles, and a bigger question looming over the rest of the season: who can actually replace Vance? We all know there is really one answer, but Mackie, he's not ready for yet. He needs time, and until then, things at NCIS are about to get complicated. So yeah, this episode balances humor, mystery, and emotional depth in a way that really works. Goat's grief and a dark tech twist, only NCIS can pull that off. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.